Hello students, how are you? This will be an introductory class of light. Okay, so we all know about light, from disco lights to tube light. We know everything about it, but still there are many things that we still don't know, and in this chapter we'll find out some of them, that we know these things happens actually, but why those things happens will be discussed in this chapter. Okay, so what we are going to do, that we are going to study light. And in physics we explain most of the things with proper regions, or we always try to explain our natural activities properly by giving proper watch that this is the region for which these things happens. So behind the learning of light there are two common factors associated with it. First, we will learn what light is, that is what are the nature of light. Second, by learning the properties of light we will utilize it to make different things and in physics this learning of light has a definite name. This is called optics. So if anyone asks you what is optics, so you can give him the answer that it is the branch of physics in which the nature and properties of light are studied. So nature and properties of light are studied in this optics. Okay, and I am giving you three different examples that we observed in our daily lives, that if we keep our face in front of a mirror, we can see our face in mirror. Okay, second thing is that our sky appears blue, and if anyone asks you why our sky appears blue, the sky of the moon is not blue, but why our sky is blue? This is a question. And my third question is, we all know about solar panel, where solar energy converted into electrical energy. If anyone asks you how this solar energy, that is light energy, is converted into electrical energy, can you give them the answer? I don't think so that in your age it's possible to give the answers, but all those three things connected with light, am I right? All those things, that is the formation of image in a mirror, or the region of our sky why appears blue, or how this light energy converted into electric energy, all these three things are associated with light. But when we are going to explain the regions, in the very first case, that is in case of mirror, we consider light as a ray, that is light travels in a straight line. But in the second case, to explain why our sky appears blue, we consider the same light as a wave, that is light travels from one place to another place as a form of wave. So to explain why our sky appears blue, we consider light as a wave. And the third condition, that is the conversion of light energy into electrical energy, we consider the same light as a particle, name is photon. Okay, so all those things related with the light, but in some places we consider light as a ray, in some cases we consider light as a wave, and in some cases we consider light as a particle. So according to their behavior, that is according to our consideration, this optics is divided into three different parts. One is ray optics or geometrical optics, second is wave optics or physical optics, and the third one is quantum optics. Okay, so ray optics, here we treat light as a ray, here we treat light as a wave, and here we treat light as a particle. Understood? So these are the three branches of optics. So once again, optics is a branch of physics in which we discuss about the nature and properties of light, and this optics is divided into three different parts, that is ray optics, wave optics, and quantum optics. Our study is limited only for this ray optics. In your higher class, you will learn about wave optics and quantum optics. For now, it's not required for you. Just stick to this ray optics. Next, if anyone asks you, what is light? I think most of you can say that light is a form of energy which causes sensation of vision. So, here the problem comes. In most of the books you can see the definition. I am not saying that this definition is not correct, but it's not a complete definition of light. Actually, it is not true that always light helps us to see things. Okay, so if we consider this is our sun and this is our earth. The sun ray comes to us, the full portions, and the energy of the light that we get can be classified into 7 different parts. The energy of the sun can be divided into 7 different parts according of their energy level. So this first, this is radio wave, or second this is microwave, this is infrared, this is visible, this is UV, this is X-ray, and at last gamma ray. I think most of you are familiar with many of them. Okay, this is radio light or radio wave, this is microwave or microlight, this is infrared light or infrared wave, this is visible light or visible wave, UV ray or UV wave, X-ray light or X-ray wave, and gamma ray. These are the 7 different types of wave that is present inside the sunlight. Okay, so what we are going to study? We are going to study this portion only. This is visible light. Why it is called visible light? That this is a light that helps us to see our nearby objects, or we can only see the lights of this range. We cannot see these rays or these rays. These are also called light, but we can't see them. That's why if we say light is the form of energy which causes the sensation of vision, then am I correct? This is also right. They are going to help us to see objects? I don't think so. It will not also going to help you to see objects. So only this portion of light is going to help you to see objects. That's why we can't say that light is a form of energy which causes sensation of vision. That's why you must have to write that light or visible light is electromagnetic radiation within the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that can be perceived by the human eye and creates the sensation of vision. Spectrum is the arrangement of different lights according to their energy levels. Okay, so as I arranged these 7 different light. So we can say this is the spectrum. So in this spectrum it is also a part of it, and this is called our visible light, and it's also electromagnetic radiation. And what is electromagnetic? That is a type of radiation in which both the electrical properties and magnetic properties remains. Okay, so just remember these things. The electromagnetic means electrical properties and magnetic properties, both properties are present. Sources of light, that is from where we get the light energy. So there are two type of sources. Some of the sources can produce light by their own, and there are some sources which can't produce light by their own. So the objects which produces light by their own are called luminous sources, and the objects which can't produce their light by own are called non-luminous object. As an example, I can say sun can produce its light by own. That's why we can say sun is a luminous source of light or luminous object. But if I say about the moon, we all know moon does not have any light. What happens actually? The light energy of the sun reflected by the moon, so that we are able to see the moon. Okay, so the objects which actually have no light or can't produce light are called non-luminous sources. And luminous sources are also classified into two different groups that are not present in your copy. One is natural sources of light and another is artificial sources of light. Sun, star are the natural sources of light, and electrical bulb, candle are the artificial sources of light. Okay, next part of the light is nature of light. So first property of light is light always travels in a straight line. That is, light travels in this way, not in this way. It always travels in a straight path. This property of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. There are very basic experiment you also can perform in your home to prove this. That if we suppose this is a table, 3 boards of wood are placed on it, and here a candle is present. So if we make a hole in this way, and if anyone look from this position, he or she can see the flame, but if this hole is made here, can he see the candle? I think all of you can give me the answer that for him it's not possible to see the candle, as light will not travel in this way, that it comes from here, then here, and then this. This is not possible. So light always travels in a straight line. This is the very first property of light. The second property of light is it does not require any material medium to travel from one place to another place. Okay, so we know from sun to us light travels by radiation, and in this process no material medium is required, and during this propagation it travels with the speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. The speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second in vacuum or air. It's not that in each and every medium light will travels with this speed. If light travels through glass, the speed of the light will decrease, and in other medium will also. The denser the medium will be, the speed of the light will be less. Okay, And the third property of the light is a form of energy. We all know about it. Clear? So the basic three properties of light are: first, light travels in a straight line; second, light never requires a material medium to travel from one place to another place; and third, light is a form of energy. Next, the different natural activities that shown by light. There are 7 different activities that are shown by light. One is reflection, second refraction, scattering, dispersion, fifth diffraction, interference, seven is polarization. These are the 7 phenomena that shown by light, and our study is limited only for reflection, refraction and dispersion, and other 4 will be discussed in higher class, not in your chapter, in this chapter. So reflection, refraction and dispersion are the 3 topics that will be covered in your next session. Thank you.